Hey guys, today is the big day. If you've been watching this series with the Pioneer 704, I've done the shock upgrades to the 1000 on the front from the 700. Gave it a 2-inch lift around there. I've done the 27-inch buckhorn tires and a few other mods as far as taking off the rear and cage and custom bumpers, which there's my one I pulled off right there. And I'm getting ready to Raptor liner. This is the day I've been waiting for. I love Raptor lining stuff, or lining stuff period, but Raptor's kind of my preferred liner, even though it's getting costly now, like everything else. I'm going to liner the bumpers, front and rear, that I built, and then I'm going to line the sides in black, probably the hood in black, but I'm gonna go over the hood in green. And then the sides, I'm gonna put green accents all the way around it. I'm looking forward to the color change. I'm not particularly fond of red. Everything I get that seems like it's a four-wheel drive has got to be red. Stay tuned. Thanks a lot for watching, and sub if you like. Helps me out. The main thing is to scuff up the clear coat that's on it. And then these right here, they're held with a screw Phillips on the back side. Take these off and then hand sand those, so that way there's enough gap in there that it won't stop it from locking. That will be, I'm gonna get the sides good. Hand sanding in here. This is what I'm gonna be using, Raptor black. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that and spray it with an air pump with an accumulator on it. You've seen some other videos I've done. I love Raptor liner. Tape off, plastic real good, spray it all black, and then the middle hood that I have over there, I'm gonna spray it black too, but then I'm gonna end up spraying over it with green, and then do my accents everywhere else. You can get a lot done with just I'd say use like a probably a 120 grit. This is 80, but it's worn out. But you want it sanded good. I'm gonna use the Honda fenders. They're gonna end up covering right here. It'll be Raptored, but it will still be covered. Then I use my detailed little sanding block to go around everything and kind of get it the edges. I'm not taking this fender off. It's a pain in the butt, and it's just not worth it. If you tape really good, you spray good, it should look good and it shouldn't show red. I'm not doing all that. That's maybe for show or something like that, but not for this. Before you spray, take an acetone and wipe it all down, get all the dust off, get everything clean, then tape, and then spray. So sanding down this bumper, I'm using acetone lightly to go over everything and take off all the black dust. Takes off dust, grease, all that jazz. It's a heavy bumper. Then we're going to tape off the mounting points so they slip in. I'll be spraying the inside some, but I don't need to spray everything on the inside. You don't want it to fit super duper tight where you're going to have a pain in the butt to mount it. But we'll spray from basically in here straight up, backside and then around it. That's that, and then we're going to use acetone on the fenders. And no, I'm not endorsed by Raptor. Wish I was. Put some of this on there and wipe this down really good. The trick will be getting in these grooves, since I'm not taking out the plastic, getting it all sanded, which I did. See all the red coming off? It'll be taping really well. Plasticking everything to make sure I don't get any overspray. I want it super duper clean and kind of scuffed. You want to get that clear coat off there. Edges are really clean since I'm not taking off the plastics. Not too worried about the fenders, like I said right here, because I'm gonna have fender flares over it, but still want to do a decent job. These mounting points here, because they're so tight tolerance, whenever I spray, they'll not want to attach. Also, the receiver part, I'm just gonna stuff something in here because obviously I wouldn't want to go in there. What you want to watch is you want to not have anything. You want to make positively sure, especially doing it this way, that everything is super tight and that you, if anything, leave a little black on this showing, because you want all that red, because it's going to pop, to hide, since I'm not taking anything off. Then we're going to take plastic and we're going to tape the plastic to this, cover everything up. We'll just have to go back through if you see spots that you missed. It's a quick job, but that's how you do it. And then when I get ready to do my green, I'm doing my green here, 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 and then this whole spot right here, running up here. It's going to be green. And then back on the back, and back here, I'm going to do green accent here, green accent here, green accent here, green here on the Honda. And
what about this top piece?
Yeah, I'll probably do that too. So what I'll end up doing there is I'll end up just kind of probably using an acetone, because that's textured really good. And just using the acetone to clean it really good. And then just running my tape along the accents and getting it super, super straight. I haven't got my green in yet, so I'm not super worried about it. It's kind of a creative job when we're doing straight lines. So you'll just go through, you'll tape, plastic, and then shoot your green. Obviously you'll have to be really careful shooting green. Bumper off, gotta clean it all up. Slightly scuff it, super light, because I just used a cheap spray paint to primer it. And then we'll spray that at the same time that we spray the front, and then we spray the front bumper. 1 quart, 24 ounces of this should do the bumpers easily and everything I want to do, because I'm just doing the bumpers and the front fenders, and I want it fairly thick, so this is probably perfect amount to do all that. I have some mixed Raptor that I've had for a while, and I'm going to go ahead and I bought the Raptor green tint to put in it to do the accents. So you're taking those off, right? Why are you taking them off?
Because you told me to.
Gotta take those off to
do nothing.
No, it does. It comes loose. It's 2 pieces.
It's not 2 pieces.
Yes, it is, baby. Now, here we go. We're gonna have this big old freaking...
It's not 2
Yes,
pieces.
it is, babe. That's why that screw's there. It puts them together.
No, it tightens it up.
Yeah, well, that's because it's 2 pieces. Thank you. I was right. You were wrong.
Well, I wasn't gonna break it, so...
Remember, those washers go on each side of it.
Why are you telling me that? I'm the one with memory problems.
You do the next one since I was right?
I'm not tearing nothing up.
They just put a screw in it for the heck of it.
They did!
Just don't lose the screw. Yeah, it just takes a little force.
Really,
You
babe?
can't twist it, it's pull. That was tough. And actually, there's no washer over here. They're both
On the
other
inside.
side. So there's a washer. There's the one that gives it like a release and then another washer. You see that?
Yeah, but we got the fly on your nose.
Now you gotta sand those. So we got plastic. The main thing you're going to do is make sure that these are all free. So whenever you spray, like I said earlier, this is all acetone. Of course, if I keep running my greasy hands over, it's not going to be. Everything right here. This is going to be a little pain in the butt to spray back in here, so I may have to actually like dab some on later or something, or hit it from the back. I might be able to get my gun back there. But in this, I'm not even going to cover up. Well, I'm going to probably cover this right here. But then this, I'm just going to spraying. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not wanting to get it all black. So anyway, we got it taped off pretty good. Plastic, all for this. Just trying to get straight where it's thinner. Look better than it did. All right, so these guns that they give you from U-Paul, you can actually reuse them. You just have to, I don't know how many times you can reuse them, but I'm guessing, what's this been?
2.
This will be the second,
Time of reusing it.
Third time. So we clean them out a little bit, make sure there's nothing loose in it. Now, here's the thing, when you spray this, make sure that you have 2 things besides a clean gun. You have a good air compressor that's high volume or quick to make air.
Sit. Can you sit?
All right.
Sit.
Ready
Sit.
there?
Good boy. Yes.
All right, make sure that you have a good air compressor that's high volume or real quick to make air. How much air? But pretty quick. Woo. And make sure that you have a good water accumulator. Nothing crazy, but pretty good. Also, where you're spraying, especially when you're spraying thin stuff or anything like that, you're gonna have overspray, so use a tarp and try to sweep beforehand so you don't have any dust bouncing back. It's nothing crazy. This stuff's easy to spray, and what's really cool is it comes like with the 1 liter 24 ounce jug, and then you just go ahead. What was it? We get 4 of these at 24 ounces, and it uses 1 cup of hardener per these. So it's super easy to use. You put your hardener in there, undo it, put your hardener in there, shake it up, and get ready to spray. This is the black, pre-made black stuff that they got, and then I also have some mixable version. What I'm going to do today is spray this out and basically put a box right here just to block the area I don't want sprayed. And then I'm going to spray it out. And I want to get it pretty thick. One thing I've noticed with any liner that you spray, well, the buy it yourself liners where you can spray, is after the sun hits it or after it gets warm, it will shrink a little bit, and then you'll have like thin spots to where you can see under it. So you want to get it pretty thick. If you're going over, like this is going to be a black on this in here, really doesn't matter a whole lot because I'm going to spray it, but you want to get it pretty thick where when the sun hits it and stuff, it won't show red through the black because that would suck. So And then when I'm spraying, I'll be spraying, you'll see me, and then I'll try to come back and get these grooves in here. We taped this really precisely. In the video, you'll see we did this so that way we wouldn't have any red showing anywhere. Because I'm not taking this off to do it. Some people could take this off to do it and teach their own, but this isn't a show vehicle or anything, and it's not going to the Senna, whatever it is, so we're gonna just do it like this. I think it'll turn out great. I sanded this all down, I acetoned this all down. You can always take this, spray off anything that you think you did. This is an old little bit I had. If it gets froze, it's a goner. So just remember that if you're gonna try to keep this stuff around and not use it for a while, and you open it, do not let it get froze.
There's the 1 cup mark.
There's the 1 cup. I'll put just a tab less. It's only when I'm close.
The 1 cup works right there, babe. Let's stop right there. I mean, that's a little less than 1 cup.
That's fine. So now you got your bottle. It's just a bunch of nasty stuff. And we're gonna take it, pour it in, put the cap back on it. I've been plumbing today, that's why my hands are all messed up. We're building an off-grid system. We're gonna see how this works. Of course, we got many more tanks that we're buying. You gotta shake the crap out of stuff.
Get her
So
shook
now
up.
we got it shook up. Put it on the gun.
What do you not do when you have it on the gun?
What do you mean?
You don't shake it while you got it attached to the gun.
No, you do not do that because there's actually a vent hole.
It comes out and gets all over you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna shoot this first. I'm gonna get over here. All right, you ready?
Yep. Sneaking in.
Ready?
Yep, ready.
I'll have to go over to the end probably, but that's pretty good. You want to hold the gun a ways away, otherwise you'll blow off what you just did. So I always try to keep it about 10 inches to a foot from me. I might end up using another. We'll let this dry out, and I'll come back and probably reshoot it because it's going to need it.
And you do not let it sit. Once you start spraying, you're pretty much spraying until it's all gone. Unless you want to clean the gun, right?
That is right. That's it. Now we go over here and we start spraying on the bumper. We're going to end up using more than 1 bottle, I can tell you that. Just to get it thick enough. This is not my my coat I'm using, this is just a base coat to cover the red up. What I'm going to put here is green. Be prepared to get messy. Especially if you're not used to this crap, because I can tell you right now, this is a messy job. If the weather's good outside, probably be in your favor to do it outside. Right?
Yep.
You need to kind of let it dry and then go back and hit it again. And we're going to go. See anything else, let me know. I'm gonna go back to this. Alright guys, it was kind of a late last night, but I got most of it done as far as the liner goes. Turned out pretty good by all means. The trick's going to be scuffing the plastic good, not being scared to, you know, do what you got to do with it. Bumper, got it all done. Man, I'd say probably the biggest thing is it was really hard to see in low light in here. If it had been out in the sun, I would have been able to see better. I got a little thinner on spots than others, but for the majority, I totally had plenty. I used 2 bottles of black, so half a gallon on, and I sprayed it pretty dang thick. And what I did is I'd just spray one, go the next, go the next, go back, and then spray again. So that way I had time to cure in between times I sprayed, so you're not just wasting your time. You're going to want to do a really good taping job if you're not going to pull the plastics. So like if you're up here, you can see, I mean, I hit everything that was red in here. And of course I had to clean all that and sand it with side block pretty good, and then use acetone on everything. The hood, I didn't spray it as thick because I'm actually spraying the hood green, so it was just a base coat, and then I'll put my green over the top to finish that off. But I like the thick look. You don't have to spray it this thick. You can actually play with that. You can run high pressure, low pressure on your sprayer, and all you're using is an air tank. I mean, you're using an air tank that can keep up with the volume, a water collector to go on your air tank. I have I think it's, yeah, an 80-gallon air tank compressor, and with the water collector, and it works really well. And a nice disconnect hose, and you just come from the milk barn over there on the other side, and then just jerk it through. The bumper, man, it looks sweet. Man, this bumper is built off of the original bumper, and I just added the plate steel to it, and I mean, I love it, man. The angles, it was a lot to do. I mean, I worked for I got 2 days in it, and then you'll see the build on previous videos. But let's see, 1,000 shocks I added. So anyhow, it's coming together. Now I have to finish out adding my accents. So the hood's going to be green. The sides are going to be green. And I've got them taped, but obviously I have to plastic everything. You can kind of see there, and then that little spot up front, right in there. And then the back, I'm gonna have to tape off everything I don't want that's black. Green, upper part green over there, and then down there in the lower. The rear bumper, sprayed it. It turned out awesome. This rear bumper I built out of a TJ cross member that was in the junkyard, or not junkyard. It was in somebody threw it in the junk can over at a place I worked. And then I just took it and then I tied in these little spots underneath, because this is a 704, so I just tied them in down there. Put the receiver in it, welded it together. It's kind of different looking. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet as far as the lights go. Thought about putting something inside these, but I may just run some big lights over. I don't know what I'm going to do. And the rear shocks, I'm still in contemplation on that, how I'm going to finish that up. So, and then there we go. We got, it marked off. So this was Raptor liner. First for me as far as spraying on a side-by-side. I've done it on Jeeps a lot. It's easy, man. Just don't think you can't do it, because you can. It's messy. So it's nice if you can spray outside and it's not a windy day. And the extra I had, I just went ahead and shot inside right here on this plastic. And man, I mean, it grips this plastic good. I kind of thought I might have a little extra, so I just shot it on the inside. Didn't even tape to see where the rubber mat got it. So no big deal though. So stay tuned, and hopefully we'll build this bad boy. I am gonna do the actual plate across here on this bumper to kind of fill in the gap and keep the dust from rolling up as bad. So I knew I was gonna do that. But thanks for watching. As always, hit the subscribe button if this is your type of thing. Planning on a lot to do. I mean, we got a lot of stuff we're going to be doing off grid, just many things. So appreciate everybody, and peace out.